Hey guys, we are the Screen Team. We are giving you movie reviews. We do a lot of movies that are new to theater or new to DVD, but we also like to go back and do some old school movies that you might not know, you might not be familiar with, or maybe movies you are familiar with but haven't seen in quite a long time, and we're kind of here to reintroduce you to those films. And that's one of the things I love about the Screen Team. We've got so many different members, and they introduce so many different and interesting movies. We've got Toby on this show. Earlier, we reviewed the movie Funny Girl, a movie I hadn't seen, I had heard about, but now I absolutely love. And we're getting ready to review a movie I haven't seen, but I want to know if it's worth seeing. It's called Funny Lady. It's the sequel to Funny Girl, starring Barbra Streisand. So, Toby, we got you on the show. Mm-hmm. We've done Funny Girl. You and I both really like it.
Loved it.
Funny Lady. What do we think about this one?
Keep in mind, Funny Girl set the bar extremely high.
Right.
Barbara won an Oscar for it. There were so many awards for the music scores, and it was just an extremely successful movie.
Right.
Set the bar was really high. Funny Lady didn't quite hit it.
Okay.
It was good. Don't get me wrong. It had a great cast. James Caan is in it. He played songwriter Billy Rose in this. And Roddy McDowall was in it. Ben Vereen was in it. It had potential. I just didn't. Maybe it's because I loved the original so much.
Yeah.
And the chemistry between Omar Sharif and Barbara Streisand was so strong. Mm-hmm. James Caan and Barbara just didn't quite have that kind of chemistry. And he was romantically, James Caan was her second husband, was a songwriter, but he was more, backyard Brooklyn.
Hey, how you doing, Barbara?
How you doing, Barbara? And where Omar Sharif was Mr. Elegance. And, there was just a huge difference there. But the music score was good. It wasn't what Funny Girl was, of course. So... and Omar Sharif did make a couple of scenes in that, and it was very bittersweet because he was the love of her life.
Yeah. So you said Omar, he makes a couple of cameos. What's their relationship like? Is he
they
still?
Have a daughter together.
Okay.
So he is still sliding into her life, and he is on the downslide. He is a gambler. Mm-hmm. He doesn't do it well, obviously, but of course, with gambling, you're going to be out for a while. And when he gets to his lowest, he has to come to her to.
Oh wow!
Money. And she's married this very successful, or getting to be successful, songwriter, the Broadway song, and it's very bittersweet.
Yeah, you said there is some songs in this one, and they're not.
I'll be honest with you, nothing comes to mind. I don't remember them the way I remember the Funny Girl songs. They are there, just weren't as well done.
All right, let me ask you about this. In the first one, there's a lot of cool set pieces. There's a lot of cool. I remember a lot of. They showed a lot of Broadway kind of numbers. Did they have those kind of scenes in this particular movie as well?
They do. In fact, and they have a lot more chorus line type things. Where in Funny Girl, you saw a lot of just Barbara and a few of the cast members. Billy Rose was a Broadway producer and songwriter, so he was used to dealing with chorus lines and kind of, the B stars instead of being the A stars. And so you see a lot more of that, and that's where Ben Vereen and Roddy McDowall come in. I think Roddy McDowall plays a stage manager.
Okay, he plays Bobby in the film, and so in the first one, you and I really like Barbara. Magnetic personality, perfect for that role. She plays the role again. How did she do in this one?
She did just as well.
Okay,
she is Fanny Brice. I mean, she made that role her own. I think what I was disappointed in, it was the lack of chemistry between her and James Caan.
Okay,
and if I remember my movie history trivia, they didn't really care for each other. Period, even off set. So. It's good, and if you love the first one, it's you may love this one too. I just didn't like it as well.
All right, so I was getting ready to ask you that, man. I loved Funny Girl. Do I take the time and watch Funny Lady, or do I just buy Funny Girl and watch that over and over again?
Just because I'm one of those, if I have one and there's a sequel, I will want the second one also to make my set. Like I said, it's not one that if it's on television, I will watch it.
Yeah.
I don't reach out to watch that on its own.
Okay. All right, the movie is called Funny Lady. It was released in 1975, starring Barbara Streisand, James Caan, Roddy McDowall, and Omar Sharif, and you can find it on DVD. Toby, thank you once again for bringing your knowledge and awesomeness to these reviews.
Wouldn't go that far.
We got another awesome lady coming in next. Sabrina will join us for The King and I. It's right here on the Screen Team.